Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. Zooming in on the covert narcissist and a little bit more in-depth understanding of how a covert narcissist abuses and why it's so important to become aware of this personality type when engaged with your intimate and close relationships. The covert narcissist is an individual who essentially possesses a character or personality disorder as delineated by the DSM-5R, the Diagnostic Statistical Manual utilized by mental health professionals to diagnose and treat personality disorders, mental health disorders, things of the like. And the covert narcissist is really garnering a lot of attention now, specifically as it compares to an overt narcissist, someone who, we outwardly know has an inflated sense of self, someone who has very grandiose thinking, someone who outwardly, can put down a lot of people, split a lot of people, talk about people behind their back, and, essentially just utilize people to bolster up their position or standing in their family, bolster up their position or status in their company, or bolster up and raise up their position in the media. Whatever their arena is. Essentially, the narcissist has, several key behavioral traits. One, an inflated self-importance, meaning that they feel way, above the law, above other people's needs, and that they should be treated with very specialized treatment, special treatment, that other people, that they shouldn't be treated as other people. So they can oftentimes feel above the law, be prone to pathological lying, but more so coupled with a lack of empathy, which means they're not able to really understand the needs, wishes, desires, and interests of others. So these two together, create a very sort of dangerous persona, especially when you're in close or intimate relationships with them. Why is this? Because the covert narcissist believes a very sort of, cool exterior, and they're not one to share their inner workings. In other words, what's going on with them inside, how they really feel inside, their true viewpoints, their true value statements, their true kind of judgment. So they keep a lot of their opinions to themselves, if you will. However, how this really impacts people is that they portray an outward sort of they portray an outward sort of facade to you, a mask, if you will. And so what you think you're getting with them is not what you're getting at all. And so that's why things can be kind of going on, lurking underneath the surface, where you essentially are not aware of either their behaviors, their thought patterns, things that they're doing essentially on their own, outside of what they present to you in the relationship. So we see within the covert narcissist, a very sort of sly, mechanism where they are, cheating on people, moving around bank accounts. They have this whole sort of opinion, sort of judgment that's going on underneath the surface, and then it can even be years before you start to see the mask crack and the mask fall off, as we say, and you get to see really some of their true opinions, their true judgment, their true behaviors. And so this can take the form of learning that they have affairs, learning that they have various other bank accounts, learning that they have various opinions or judgments about you or other family members that you were not privy to. And why is this important? Because they can ostensibly just start lashing out, either in terms of, defiling the relationship, having affairs with others, do things with money that you are not familiar with, move around accounts, 401ks, things of this nature that can impact you directly when it comes to, being protected in your life and making plans for your life and knowing exactly what you have. And, the covert narcissist can have these sort of other ulterior agendas in place for months and years. I mean, they're very adept at keeping an ulterior motive, an ulterior agenda working. And because they're so, their exterior is so calm, is so quiet, you know, very much reserved, you're not really used to understanding or knowing what they're up to. And so then people tend to find these out later in life, after perhaps being married 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 years. And then it's later in life, and it's much more difficult to pick up the pieces and put them together at that point. So if this is in fact occurring, be very cognizant of you know, somebody who is causing you know, especially in an intimate relationship, is causing you a lot of grief, a lot of distress. You feel like something is quite, you know, not right, but you can't put a finger on it. And you tend to feel like they're constantly, you know, putting you down, insulting you, berating you, you know, judging you, or, you know, worse, you know, name calling, and then doing sort of split behaviors, you know, referring to other family members or other coworkers about you behind your back. And if you feel this is occurring, do not tolerate this type of abuse. There's nothing that says you have to withstand this sort of abuse. And so, you know, take action steps to really protect yourself so that you know exactly what is going on. Really come out of living in the denial that you have to continue to put up with this abuse, and begin to own really your internal power, your authentic internal truth, and make sure that you remove yourself from this sort of abuse and learn more about the condition itself, so you can help better determine what would be best for you moving forward, so you can have a future of happiness, security, and a little bit something a little bit easier and not as stressful. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.